And as you look around at this boat that's now docked in Egypt, please tell me, what do you see?
The two towers, the two obelisk towers that were built. And the way they're showing it to me is one is more dominant. It's almost as if, you know, when you close your one eye, Jill, and then you have vision of one, and then you close the other one and you have vision of the other one.
Mm.
Yet you see the two. The one's in the background and one's in the forefront, and one, if you close the other eye, one's in the background, one's in the forefront. And they're saying that it's interesting. They're now showing me scribes, and they're showing me templates, and they're showing me the book of life, our books of life. And they're asking me to put my hand over all this hieroglyphics. And they're saying, remember, 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 remember the times, remember the times, remember the times. And as they are, my hand is over these two tabernacles. And it's interesting, they look like wings, they look like hearts, yet they are solid. And they're saying, just bear with them. And again, my pinky fingers are tingling, and it's the heart connection, the heart meridian connection. And they're showing me, if they were to crack my chest open now, how my heart would be beating. The information that is coming through today and that is coming to us, uniquely, individually, yet unionly, is where this is a central location within the ley lines of heart activation, heart openness, heart awareness. And they're taking my hands again, and there's just a lot of information in these books. And they're thick, Jill. They're now showing me like a proper book. And these books have hard covers, leather-bound covers. And they have a huge amount of information. The thin paper, you know the thin paper, how books used to be like that. They're really made out of grass. And they're thin, 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 thin.
Like the old Bibles, that sort of almost crepe.
Correct. Yes. And they're saying that as we are going through the information, and as the information's coming through me, and as they are flicking the pages, it's delicate. We're in delicate times. We were once delicate souls. This union of souls coming together is where we were all together. And they say, just hang on, they want to give me the year, the download. They're showing me now 2023, which we are aware of. And they're taking me back to before Christ. And they're showing me the 1400s, now the 1300s, the 1200s, the 1100s. And now they're showing me 1100. So we have been there in the 1100th century. They're saying hence 11 is a master number. And now I'm going back, and they're taking me back to the two towers. And they're saying this is a pivotal time, and how they showing me how our blinkers are all coming off. But we've been, not only as the human beings that we are, but as humanity, we've been walking around with blinkers on for far too long. And they're saying now, coming up to the end of this 2023, that we will have only one blinker on. So we'll have good peripheral vision, and leading into 2024, 2025, 2026, the other eye patch, the other blinker will be taken off. And as humanity, this elevated awareness, this elevated consciousness is as fragile as the pages of the books of lives. They're saying that they're mentioning this as we are all fragile. A human life is fragile. A human life is a miracle. Yet we all, and they're saying all of us collectively, have been abused or have abused our bodies in some form or way. And they're saying that the coming together of us reigniting this massive shift. And they're using my hands, and they're showing me the one tower, the one on the right hand side. And as this activation happens, the ley line will shift so much within humanity. Ley lines, they say they want to correct me. Ley lines. Like a lightning, a massive bolt of lightning. You know when you see lightning in the sky, Jill, at night? And a part of us wants to shy away because we get frightened of seeing the lightning. Yet when people are up on rooftops or watching lightning, there's an excitement that happens when you see it in the sky. And then you wait, and then there's the thunder, and you count 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and then you hear the thunder. They're saying this is all a pertinent time for this awakening. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Our hearts are beating in union. They're saying, and they're mentioning this to me as I'm well aware of this. A beautiful time in South African history. And they mention in the song, A World in Union. And this is where South Africa won the Rugby World Cup with Francois Pienaar, and Nelson Mandela was standing next to him. And they're saying that this was a pivotal time, one of the pivotal times, where there was no color, there was no creed, there was no culture. There only was union in South Africa. Yet across the world, as Nelson Mandela played a massive role in uniting and being part of the Christ consciousness. They're saying this is the activation, and many other teams, many other light workers, many other star seeds, many other Palladians, Octarians, Andromedans, Lemurians, Sumerians, all the star seeds are coming together in different places and in different formations, and they're saying, watch my hands, how they're bringing this around, and how the spiral is creating that oneness. They're saying, can you see what they did with my hands?
Yes.
They're saying, do you see how important it was to show my hands?
Yes. I knew you were going to do something with those hands.
And they would highly recommend for us to listen to the song, A World in Union, as this is where we are elevating ourselves towards. They're saying, like life, like the pages. What's that? They keep trying to, and pathorix, is it something with it? Say it again.
Well, you get papyrus, which is skinny,
It's papyrus and then Pythagoras.
and Pythagoras.
Okay, so it's papyrus. The books are made out of papyrus. And then they want to talk about Pythagoras. They're saying that in the miracles of these books that hold so much, these temples, the ancient wisdom in these specific temples, the ancient wisdom inside of ourselves. And they're saying to you, please do not be scared. There are many energies that are waiting for us. They're saying that you will be held. Hence you are so excited to go as you are feeling held by the team, by the group. And each of us will have a certain activation, yet they are not going to say exactly what it is, as it doesn't matter who receives what. Yet one or two will be not only chanting, yet will be speaking ancient wisdom language. They're saying perhaps five, there's perhaps five that will be speaking ancient wisdom within this collective group. Can you please, Jill, they are showing me the gods and the different pharaohs. Not Tutankhamun. Can you please research the different pharaohs and the different gods of Egypt? One of them with a TH.
I think, was it Thoth or Thoth?
No. They're asking if you could please read it as they're giving it to me in Hebrew.
Do they want me to look it up now?
Yes, please.
What is the importance of this god or pharaoh with the TH?
They will share it as soon as they want. It's the wisdom behind this God is profound as they.
So I've got Thoth, the god of writing and wisdom, and then I've got. So I can only see an Egyptian god as Thoth or Thoth. They've got the others, but none of them start with a TH. And then let me just see pharaohs. Pharaoh. Starting.
There's an apostrophe in the name they're showing me.
H.
They're saying it doesn't start only with a TH. It has, it's almost like like they're giving me the kha behind it. They're saying it in Arabic.
Oh my word. Okay.
But they're saying the English name is, yes.
Pharaohs. Pharaoh. Um, let's see if they're going to give this to me. Oh, they've got one. How to pronounce it? Sounds like Hethsheput. Hatch.
Please
What a
spell
name.
it.
Hats. Hepsut. Hethsheput. They've got another one called, which starts with a TH, called Thutmose the Third, like Thut Mose.
That's it. That. Thank you. That is it.
Thutmose the Third. So
Yes.
they're going. He became known as the greatest military pharaoh ever. Had a lengthy reign after becoming pharaoh. Is that the one
That's
that
correct.
you said he
Yes.
had that
Yes.
Thutmose?
Yes. But the way they're saying it in Arabic is very different.
Okay.
Yes. They're saying his reign has bewildered many for a very long time. And it is time that he is dethroned energetically. And this is part of the coming together.
Ah, because he was military.
Correct. They're
Mm.
saying thank you. Yes. Hence the
Okay.
shackles. Yes.
Time for the shackles to come off.
Correct. Hence many have felt shackled within this highly evolved place. And many are still constitutionalized within Africa. And they're saying, I planted the seed this morning of heading to Jerusalem. They're saying this would be a great, they're saying they're just being consciously aware of how they are bringing the information through today. Hence they are speaking slower. There is a deep-seated connection, as Jerusalem was where Jesus resided, was it not? Yet the factions and the fractionated defabrication of the energies is where there's been so much scrambling happening on the continent of Africa. Yet Africa is a wealth of wisdom. Africa holds so much in riches, in minerals, in gold, in diamonds, in mining. Yet the abuse and the amount of people that have been shackled in the ancient wisdom is what no longer serves this specific continent. So they're
Setting the
saying,
continent.
yes, you spoke of it in the discourse, the darkness, remember? Africa being in darkness. And for those who are aware, South Africa holds a massive space as a port for many ships to come in and out and through. And it is the heart chakra, even though it is at the base of Africa, it is the heart and soul of so much. There's very, very, very few people that have ever gone to South Africa and not felt that heartbeat, not felt the presence of the intertwiningness, of the throb, of the pulsatingness. And they're saying you can feel it now, even as these words are coming through. People land in South Africa and they feel welcome, Jill. They feel incredibly welcome.
It's like I've always said, if you've got to have a pulse or a heartbeat when you land in Africa, you certainly know you're alive. As soon as you get off that plane, it's a pulse going. It's like a beat. It's like doof, 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 doof.
Yes. They're saying, and this is why this is such an important time, taking us back to Egypt and the countries surrounding. They have been in war for such a long time, haven't they? So many of those countries have been at war. The Arabs fighting the Jews fighting the Arabs. And Israel has been held captive in their own energy, as there's this new president who's taken over, and he's old school. He's very military based. So he wants to hold that energy tight. But this will be a releasing, and they're showing me Hercules.
Oh, Hercules is coming back.
And how Hercules, with the ancient wisdom in his boots, and he will stand above us. And it's almost, they're showing me Africa, but they're showing me the world. And Hercules will stamp on Egypt, and this will create a ripple effect, a vibrational effect, to bring a different cause, because we often talk about universal laws. We talk about cause and effect, giving and receiving. So this is an effect. It will affect human beings. It will affect human race, which creates an effectiveness, yet it creates a difference in the energy of this union of coming together. And I want to thank us, Jill, for taking this on and making this happen. They're saying that there may be 1 or 2 children coming with, which will be great for the energy. Please allow children, allow teenagers, allow them to come, as childlike energy is always riveting. It's always when they're in the present moment. So if this is presented to us, it is invited. They are saying, please invite this energy in, or the energies in. They're saying the time is now. And since the Christ consciousness, so much has had a ripple effect for such a long time. So they want us to know that this won't be instantaneous, yet the vibration and the boot coming down of Hercules is taking the barbaric ways out of humanity. And they're showing me Julius Caesar and the Colosseum. Many go and visit there. Many feel excited in one way. Many feel sick in other ways. Many cannot comprehend how barbaric those times were. How humans used to be beheaded for not showing up in service or not wanting to be in service. And they're showing me this in graphic detail, as they're saying that these times is where, going back to the Julius Caesar times, Cleopatra, is where the change, the ripple effect of what's being created for us, is where the change happens for humanity in the hearts. Those coming together.
So the time's imperative. Sorry, yes, carry on.
Those coming together. They're showing me 16 people.
Decapitate 16, is that the advice?
They're saying it's a great number. They're saying that's up to us, as we want to keep it intimate and small. They're saying that there are a few of us already that have had our hearts broken open. And they're saying that there will be others where they will feel immense amount of pain in their chests and in their hearts. And they want us to know that it's energetic pain, it's old pain where the bodies will convulse. The bodies will, it's almost as if we will be in a trance. And the bodies will want to release those old energies that have been existing deep within the tombs, within the pyramids, within the different statues and not statues, they're saying statues, because there's a few that we will be visiting and going to, and they would like this to be documented, Jill. They're showing me somebody with a video, like a documentary, as this is a very important part of every other human being activated when they watch this. As already so many humans are connecting into the displacement, yet the arrival of what is to come. So many humans are already feeling as if they want to go to Egypt. They feel this calling, they feel this need, they feel this desire. And they're saying, people must go. It's important. Not only Egypt, Ireland, Scotland, China is next. A visit to China is super important to help with the ancient wisdom there. Many Chinese are shackled, Jill. And they live like this. They live with both their blinkers on. As they want to know different, but they don't know how to feel different. They're saying that they want to applaud us for taking this unanimous and magnetic and gigantic step. Hence they're showing me Hercules, and Hercules is wearing the gear, you know, the way they wore leather in the Julius Caesar days with the armor, Jill.
Yes.
And the big metal hat. And he's got it under his arm, and he's bowing to us. And he's saying, thank you for taking this on. There will be a lot of light-hearted moments. And there will be many that will be saying, I'm meant to be there. And they want those that are making it happen, they will be there. And those that are unavailable or not able to go, they are also a part of this intertwining energy that is going to Egypt. So they're saying that's why it's up to us about the number. Small and intimate is what we have requested. And they're saying, but the small and intimate is where the core is being created, and yet there will be so many others that are buying into this energy. And they're saying, listen to the words, buying into the energy. And they're saying, this is a core time. And they're giving me a beautiful bright red apple. And they're saying, you know where they're going with this, aren't you? Adam and Eve. And they're saying the apple will be juicy. But every apple has a core, does it not? They're saying there will be so much juice in this apple for us to bite on. And they're saying this is symbolic in terms of how and what we are already captivating and what they are giving to us. And they're saying, please know that those of us that are going, everyone is meant to be there, and everyone's body will handle the different vibrational changes. They're saying that, as I did this morning, I said to you, start creating good nutrients in your body, lifting your vibration, giving your body good nutrients. Your nervous system, they're saying, was incredibly important. It is important for us to upgrade our bodies and give our bodies good, wholesome food. And lots of water when we are there. They're saying that the timing is beyond perfection. It's beyond any comprehension. It's beyond any existence of matter.
Absolutely fantastic. And so those that will be called will come, it'll just flow.
It's already in flow, Jill.
It's already in flow. And then we've got Hawaii in February. So the activations that we're going to be doing and we're called to do in Hawaii, are those going to be similar to the ones in Egypt?
Different, very different.
Different.
They're saying the volcanic activity in Hawaii. Hawaii has a calling. Hawaii has a, they want me to put my hand up, and it's almost as if they want me to yodel, like people are called to Hawaii. And they're saying Hawaii is different in the sense of the teachings. And they're saying that there is a misunderstanding of what is required or requested from most of us. And they're saying that, yes, there are activations, but there will be different groups that will be activated at different times. This is more a teaching gathering and a getting to know one another gathering. And they're saying what's being created is so incredible and miraculous as to how quick thinking and quick doing us as human beings are. Those of us that are going are showing up from pure heart, pure love, consciousness. We too, all collectively, even within the bigger group, within the dynamic of the bigger group. And they're saying with every other human that's coming, and they're showing me 100 at least. And they're saying we haven't been looking at, there's a specific hotel which Peter knows. He says they're very, he will know that this hotel is very inviting, and it's a hotel that many of his guests or friends or family have stayed at before. And they're saying not one hotel is being, they're not wanting to create dividedness, because there is so much of that already within us as human beings. But Hawaii, there's a deeper sense, and there is a longing for many humans for the coming together. And Hawaii will be a huge amount of fun for all of us. The fun factor is very important after the Egypt activation. So there'll be a lot of lightheartedness in Hawaii, a lot of laughter, a lot of fun, a lot of silliness. And teachings, they're saying teachings are important so that humans can leave feeling that they too have been activated within their hearts. And when humans are activated in their hearts, Jill, there is no turning back. There is only miracles. And miracles supersedes anything else energetically, like prayer. Prayer brings humans together. Meditation brings humans together. And they're showing me Ramadan. Do you know how many millions of people Ramadan brings together energetically?
Huge.
Millions and millions. And they're all bowing down. And as much as there's millions, they all know exactly what to do because there's a huge amount of respect for this time, for this coming together. And they're saying this is where so many of our westernized cultures have gotten lost. We've lost the respect for one another. We've lost the respect for the ancient wisdom. Hawaii is different. Hawaii is bright and popping, and they show me like if we, at the moment, it's as if we're juggling the balls, and we're all jugglers, and we're all trying to juggle what needs to be juggled. But the core of this get together for Hawaii is phenomenal timing, and they're showing me a big heart around the island of Hawaii. And they're saying this is where it will feel like people are coming home. And each of us have important information to share. This is about a sharing. This is about a collaboration. This is about anointing. Many of us will feel as if we're being anointed. And they're saying oils will be important. Connection will be important. Authenticity is important. There's no hierarchical structure that is required. They know that we are wanting to create structure, yet they're asking that we have freedom. Freedom to be expressed. Freedom where others are expressing themselves throughout the day. So the people that are coming, give them the freedom to ask questions. Questions are important, and then the team, the panel, will be able to answer the questions. As humans have questions in these times. Thank you, Jill.
So an open forum, that sounds lovely. Could you please tell me more about the ancient energy that was left behind by us thousands of years ago in Hawaii that we're going back to activate or reactivate?
This is a time where you were all disarmed. And they're showing me Captain Cook and the islands and the arriving of his troops. And they're saying, please remember that everything was a form at that time. At the same time, they're saying, you're probably not going to want to hear this, but we were very cruel people. We hurt others. So we're going back to reform a different newness. And we're going back to refine our entrapped souls. As many of us drowned in the oceans. Many of us died on the land. Many of us burnt or were burnt at the stakes. They're saying not ideal to share this kind of information, but it's the truth. So the ancient wisdom is once again deeply interconnected into our souls, as our souls are massive. Humans have big souls, and they're showing me how a soul, and they're saying this is the picture. It's almost as if our souls are round, and we jump from one planet to the next, 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 collecting information. And then we come into this human incarnation. And some of us feel as if our souls are small. And then we slowly but surely expand into refining and redefining who we are. And as we're refining, we're collecting the information, our soul is recollecting all the information. So the ancient wisdom, they said wisdom can be deeply misunderstood by many tribes. And they're showing me the cavemen right now. Cavemen hold a huge amount of wisdom inside of themselves. And yet they were seen as not to be very bright. Yet they knew exactly what to pick off the land, they knew exactly what to mix with what, they knew exactly which animal to decide to hunt. And they're saying that this is all the unfolding that's happening for us in Hawaii. A lot will be revealed, yet at the same time, this gathering, this coming together, this togetherness is where what they would want us to concentrate on is how much fun can we bring into enlightenment, as enlightenment has been taken so, it's become dreary is the words they're using, like heavy. Everybody's so tired of feeling dreary, and when's the ascension, and when's the awakening, and when's things going to change? And they're saying, but again, look at my hands. When's things going to change? One's beating upon the other, or one's hiding. And they're saying, they take me back to the soul again. And as this is our soul slowly but surely, or at a rapid rate, depends on how we perceive it, collects information and becomes whole by the time we leave our physical bodies again. And they're saying it's as if we're going to Hawaii to pick up pieces of where we once left off. And the biggest thing is that they are requesting is for us to have the most biggest definition of the divine is fun. Laughter is key for everyone.
Well, Michelle's going to be there, so we definitely will be laughing every day. There you go. It's a given. It's a given.
We are well aware, Jill, she is a clown.
I love it. So, look, that information is absolutely wonderful, and we appreciate. That's awesome. Okay, so Michelle and I and Peter and Laura and Shihiro will be in Cairo about the 24th of October, and then we're all meeting in February with the others for the Hawaiian conference or the Earth Masters gathering on the 2nd of February next year. So a lot to look forward to.
They want us to know, Jill, that there's a huge amount that will be revealed in Hawaii. And They know that we love excitement as human beings. And as much as the information will be revealed over the next few months, it's important that once we come back from Egypt, we give ourselves and our souls time to be re-encrypted as our DNA, and this is part of the heart's awakening for many millions of people. Our DNA is shifting. Our DNA is interchanging. There's so much that we don't know as human beings. There's so much that we think we know, yet we don't know. And they're saying this is very, very, very important in these times, in the next few months. And the humans that are listening to this, the humans that are receiving downloads, the humans that are receiving activations, the humans that are becoming more awakened and aware, is that there is a massive evolutionary shift. And they're saying that as much as things at times feel like they are encroaching upon us, it is the strength of a team of human beings where miracles are defined and miracles happen. It is this, the oneness within a team. And we are strong teams. We are different teams, yet we are strong teams. Teamwork is key.
So union and a collaboration, very important.
Correct. And they would like the offering of, at some time, at some gathering, to call it a union of souls. Or a union of
soul union.
Correct. The word union is a bringing together, Jill.
Like all the little fractals coming home.
Yes. And they were showing me how, you've said this before, it's like making bread or making a cake. You've got to add all the different ingredients at a certain time, as that is science. Yet when the dough starts to become the dough, it first feels sticky. But then slowly but surely, as you add more flour, eventually the dough feels amazing. And you can play with it and pull it and play with it and then bring it back together. That is the strength of a union. That is the strength of our hearts as human beings. That is the strength of who we are in the miracles that we all are individually.
Oh, and then we create the most magnificent creation and a gorgeous cake that everybody can enjoy.
Absolutely. And they're saying that within this time of union and different unions, there is a state of emergency that is up and coming. The elections for the USA are up and coming, are they not?
Mm.
And this is a massive, massive, massive time of transition and change. They are asking every single individual who votes to feel their hearts beating first. And their hearts will give them the yes or the no as to who to go for. Many that have awakened in these times have been for this pivotal part, this pivotal role. They saying Robert Kennedy is about union, formation, togetherness. Nature is never divided. Nature is always, always, always giving.
Working together.
Correct. And they're showing me trees. When we're driving If we were in Malibu and we were driving through all those trees, the trees are just giving to us. And the wind is through our hair. And this is a time where unity is being regathered energetically, spiritually, and in the humanness of the contracts in our hearts. We have all contracted to be here. As much as our spirit teams, who are from many, 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 many different places, many of us know that we are from those teams, those star systems, and we have come back into this formation of this earthly body and your earthly body to create this state of emergency, this change. It is very necessary, Jill.
Oh, that is so awesome. It reminds me of that old saying, united we stand and divided we fall, and how was shown all the dominoes going click, 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 all over the show. But when we are united, then we are like the obelisk in Egypt, absolutely solid and
Correct.
grounded and strong.
Correct. And they are showing me the song by the late John Lennon. Imagine all the people.
Oh, so you've gifted us 2 songs today.
We think we are clever, Jill.
Well, that's all that counts, hey? When they say, don't worry about what anybody else thinks, it's what you think about yourself. Good on you guys. So, could you please let us know who we've been chatting with today?
You've been chatting with the team from all the federations, the team from the galactics, the team from all the councils. We are the mothership. We are the one. We are God. We are source. We are divine. The oneness of the Creator, Jill. We
Oh,
are the
just like all of
Creator.
us. Hey
Correct.
guys, just like all of us.
Correct. Thank you,
What
Jill.
about thank you very, very much for this. This was a little spontaneous session today. We, just felt so strongly about this call for Egypt and to Hawaii. And we just wanted to have a little more information. So we thank you. We thank you for this.
We thank you for this, and we thank you. We thank each and every one of you that are doing what is required, what has been requested, is what humans are learning. It's in the doing. The messages can come through and have been coming through quick. Timelines are shifting. The white hats are acknowledging you all. And as these timelines are shifting at a rapid rate, you humans are doing more for your planet than has ever been done before. We are excited for the new of what is happening and coming for all of you. We thank you, Jill.
Oh, I mean, it's amazing that you told us that there's so many people here and their whole incarnation is about casting a vote from their heart at this very special election for change.
It is most certainly the change that they want to see, the change that they have been wanting for a very long time. And when that change, that country has been known to hold the power, has it not?
It has been like that, yes.
Yet when one relinquishes power, one opens up and says, we are all powerful. We all are of the light. And then there is an inviting with all the other countries to create the state of union. We see all the flags of all the countries in all of the world. And we see everyone, like at the Olympic Games. At the Olympic Games, everyone, every country comes together. All the teams are there to support one another. You'll have one person that walks in front holding the flag. And you'll have thousands of people in the stadium in the opening night. Many with their cell phones recording. Yet the energy that is connected into the Olympic Games is exactly the same as being in the stadium at the same time. There is excitement. And the glimmer of the phones, the lights on the phones, is where we see so much change happening for humanity. Humans are becoming less guarded. Humans are becoming more sensitive. Humans are becoming more open, more connected. Some of the third world countries, Jill, are more connected into their souls than the first world countries. As the third world countries, the poor countries as you humans talk about them, or where the children don't have shoes, humans don't have shoes. Yet they are so electrically, magnetically connected into the earth, and they want for nothing. They just want water and a staple basic food. You are well aware of your own home country and Michelle's own home country as to the staple food of maize meal. It's the Westerners, from what we are seeing, that are wanting so much more. This is part of the future evolution of AI. It is integrating this into what is good for humanity. As without humans, there is no existence. What is the point, is what we would ask you all. Often,
nourish each other.
Correct. Many of you keep asking, what is the point of all of this? What is the point of all of this? What is the point of all of this? We take you back to the obelisk. It has a point. And then it is sided. It has different sides. And it is perfect in its perfectionism. Yet without the point, it would not be the creation that it is. You are all creative, wondrous, miraculous human beings. This is time to accept your divine light. We thank you, Jill.
Oh, thank you. That's just awesome. Time to accept our light. And with that, Michelle, I'm going to count you back. So, 1, feeling fantastic. 2, waking up, stretching. And 3, welcome back. Welcome back.
Wow, that was a beautiful, beautiful session.
Why you get me to try and pronounce some pharaoh's name?
I feel like, like there was definitely a ch in there, you know. And I could see an apostrophe. What was it called? Who was it? Sorry, I can't remember.
Oh my gosh, don't ask me. Oh my gosh. What did I say? Thutmose, or Tutmos, or it's THUTMOSE the third. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Okay.
It's
Fascinating.
and he was the military guy.
Wow. That's incredible.
Famous
Hey?
heroes, Ramses. I mean, I had Thutmose the third. he's this one.
It was the 18th dynasty of
That's what
Egypt,
he looks
third
like.
pharaoh. Yeah, I'm just having a look. Wow, that's fascinating,
And what did they say about him?
eh?
Oh, that's very interesting. The name of the god Thoth is ancient Greek transcription of an original name, and Thutmose is the modern compromise between that Greek name and Thutmose.
Oh,
A
wow.
54-year reign, including the first 22 years as a co-regent with Hethseput, whatever the hell that was. And Thutmose was head of the army. While
Wow.
that's a she was the de facto ruler. Thutmose is a woman.
Wow, what did they say?
Head of the army after her death, his military genius created the largest empire Egypt have ever seen. Oh no, I
No,
think it was
he also built many temples in Egypt and a tomb for himself in the Valley of the Kings.
Hethseput, whatever. She must have been the female because after her death, his military genius created the largest empire Egypt had ever seen.
Ah,
In the king's list, his name was Mephremuthosis, which is a shortened Greek transcription of his throne and birth names. So,
wow,
there we go.
wow. That's
But we will have our
fascinating.
little Egyptian specialists who will help us and give us some info that we always welcome, guys.
Yes, and are we putting this out there, Julie, on our
Yes,
platform?
I think
Oh,
it's
okay. So,
interesting.
so did they mention the dates? I can't remember. Did we speak about the dates?
They said the date was important. We've got to do that activation for the 26th, as we had discovered and knew,
Yeah.
and obviously a few days earlier. And most probably, I think we'll be 6 to 8 days. And there's still going to be the short one, unless we want more. But I think it'll just happen organically. But we've got to move really quickly
Mm,
because October's
mm.
very close.
Very close. Yeah.
And they said we don't have to worry about what we do because I think we'll just be guided.
Mm.
It'll just happen, and different people will do different things. They said something about a body releasing or oscillating,
Ah, that makes
and some
sense.
will
Okay.
chant, yeah, and
Wow.
some will speak ancient language.
Wow. That's beautiful.
And
It's a
then once we've
very
done all that serious work and go and release the ancient stuff in Hawaii, we can have a party.
Yes, that'll be awesome, hey. But
Awesome.
that'll be really, you know what, I am so looking forward to just like even just spreading the word with everybody. And there's so many people from around the world that I'm looking so forward to just embracing and seeing, hey?
And those people, those names you always hear,
Yes.
you can't squish them yet.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be really, really amazing. So that's what, the 3rd to the 7th of February next year, hey?
Yes,
Those are
so
those dates.
it's going to be, we all meet each other on the Friday night, the 2nd of February, meet and greet. And then the actual official conference summit gathering, call it whatever you like, will be on the Saturday, the 3rd until the 7th. And
Nice.
just got to keep an eye on Alba's website because we can only take a maximum of 100.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I think those will go pretty quickly. I mean, what has she got? Over 70,000 people who subscribe. So 100's like a drop.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, it's putting it out to our network, your network, everybody, Laura's. I mean, it'll be a great gathering, and then who knows, that may just lead us into the next one and the next one. So it'll be
And
quite
then it's you
fabulous.
that are going to be doing your channeling, your teaching, and your beautiful mediumship messages from spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be doing my teachings and
Mm-hmm.
teaching people how to connect with spirit.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be doing his meditation, his teachings, and his beautiful channeling. You
Mm-hmm.
doing Council of Eight. Alba's going to hold a gorgeous gathering.
Mm-hmm.
Laura's going
Sabrina,
to be doing
Laura.
her incredible wisdom.
Yeah.
So, and then Peter, the Lighthouse Soul Solar Warden. Woo, man, it's he's a channeler of note.
Yeah, there's a depth there. Yeah. I
You know,
know.
he's like blazing into like a new sun coming and going.
Yeah, I know.
I'm very excited. I think it's awesome. And I wish that I was a participant. So I could just sit and watch everybody. I want to go to that
We
conference.
can be, we can be on some of it. I just want to have a warm wee in the sea. I mean, a warm wee in the sea. I want to have a wee in a warm sea because yeah, it's so freaking cold. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I do. I just, I just want to go into a warm ocean, and we all have those moments, and it's just like, I just know Hawaii is so inviting. It's so inviting, and I look so forward to it.
Nice to have some nice warm weather after all the snow.
Oh man, completely. I mean, you have it more than what we do, but I'm just over winter at the moment, you know.
I know,
But
look.
I know, look at us, we're both wearing polo, and I've got a polo neck underneath. I'm just looking
Oh,
forward to just seeing everybody. It's going to be amazing, really and truly.
Michelle, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh,
And
thank you, Julie.
let's just keep these. I know we're super busy, both of us at the moment, but let's just keep these going as we get more information.
Yeah, I just love how they, we make it happen when we're meant to, hey? And
Yeah, yeah,
like this was really
that's right.
spontaneous, and um, I'm just so grateful to everybody who's commenting, and you guys are a part of this. You're a part of us, and we wouldn't be doing what we're doing if it wasn't for everybody being the team that they are. And I get so excited because I never know what's going to come through, and I never know where we're going. And Jill always leads me into these, before she pushes record, she always leads me into these amazing moments, and and it's just really special. It's
The
really, really
induction
special.
queen.
Yeah,
But that's because my guides are telling me what to do with you. I mean, I don't think we've used the same little
not once, not at
journey
all.
once, isn't it
No, not at all.
amazing?
No, exactly. And I love today because it is very much, you know me, I'm very much about heart, and it's very much about, you never know what journey anybody's walked on. You never know what's going on in their world, and that's hard for most of us because when we're triggered, when we're in the space of our heads, me too, I just want to like tell the world to shut up. Yeah, I just don't have time, and I lack empathy in those moments, and I lack compassion because I've just got too much going on. But as soon as we step back and we go, and breath is key, as we know that. As soon as we just go, alrighty, okay, now I'm back. When I'm back, then I've got space to hold for everybody else. And it is fascinating how those little ripples that we have as human beings. Eh?
Because yesterday I was in overwhelm and very little sleep, and this jolly, this arm and this hand, and frustrating me, and feeling so much to do, and wanting to get it all done in time. And now suddenly it's like, ooh. So thank you, Michelle, for giving me that beautiful moment of just calm down.
Yeah, you're welcome, Julie. And that's what's so amazing about having each other in each other's lives. And we're very blessed, and because sometimes we need that friend to just offload onto where there's no judgment. And I really think that at times that, and I've probably said this before, I know I actually have said, I just remembered, ha ha ha, that time that I had that real moment of just being so disheartened about the spiritual community and just about spirituality because there's so much pressure to be spiritual and show up spiritually. And it's like, no, like we can have those moments and our teams come through for us. But it's about, and we've said it so many times, and we're learning this, is we're here to master Earth. We're here to master our human selves. And it's okay. It's okay to have a wobbly. I mean, it's okay to, what people don't know is that, Jill and I sometimes I'm on like 5 different platforms, and I'm trying to connect on WhatsApp, and there's 3 groups on WhatsApp, and there's 2 groups on Facebook Messenger, um, and then, the emails that we receive are really important too, is
We
to,
receive so many, and we want to respond to each one personally. And but in the meantime, you're so busy with everything else, and you don't want to be rude. It's so hard, isn't it?
well, it is hard, but what I was going to say is that I'm actually learning that it's okay to be rude because I shared with you the other day that somebody had
It's
sent me this.
okay.
No, proper, hey?
Oh,
Like,
you mean if somebody hits on you?
yeah, like, I'm not inviting, somebody to be my show up guy or whatever. I don't need somebody to rescue me, and that's what I'm learning. Like, yep, delete, block, no problem. I don't have time for that in my life. I really don't.
Actually getting into your private space.
And you could just feel it. It's kind of like it's somebody encroaching, and telling
It's
me,
fake.
they're telling me what they think is right for me, and I'm like, no, that's not the way it is. And so I'm actually learning that it's okay every now and again. And well, you actually didn't know me many many years ago, but my mouth was, I was just like, what the fuck? Like I used to just blurt it out, and I'm learning that and then I sort of shifted that and changed to be like, I've got to be so nice and so, helpful and open. And then I'm learning, no, as a human being, sometimes we've got to be on point. We've got to be sometimes just that moment of just like, nope, thank you very much, but that doesn't suit me. And I think Egypt will teach us that because you got to be tough. You got to be quite tough, when you're in the crowds. Be one when you, and this is where, and I'm gonna flick the switch right now because I don't want to end off on a negative, but we've got a friend, a beautiful couple, and he's French and she's Chinese, and she's really teaching me a lot about Chinese people, and because I didn't know much about Chinese people, but you be a person that lives with millions of people in one city. I know just coming from Joburg, I was one of 9 million. Yes, you man, and you're in the banks and you're in the shopping malls and people are always next to you and you just learn to, and Africans don't mind being,
To
next to
be
each other.
less
Bec-
space.
yes, because they stand for their taxis in the morning and they stand next to each other, and I learned that, it's not rude or anything when people are encroaching your space. It's sometimes just the way their culture is. And that's what I think a big part of humanity is, and a big part of this union is that when we understand other people's cultures, when we understand perhaps how, and we won't understand everything, when we understand the way they've grown up, Julie, when we understand um, that people are different in who they are,
Less judgmental. Yeah.
less judgmental, then we just get it. We're not so in the moment. We're not so like, oh, get out of my face. But I am learning, just to go back to what I was saying earlier on, that it's not about being rude. It's about being discerning and setting strong boundaries. I don't want to be rude to people, but if it's necessary, I will be rude to people. And I was sharing this with a friend of mine the other day who is beautiful, and she's very much about rescuing animals, and she cannot stand the brutality of how animals are abused. And I said to her, I hear you. I mean, you and I've had many sessions where we know people's abuse. We know that the life that they've had hasn't been ideal in this lifetime. And I said to her, I said, I'm there with you, girlfriend. I said, if there's an animal in a car and it's a hot day and windows are closed, I'm freaking there. I'll break a window, man. Like I will. And if there's two kids and there's kids that are being abused by their parent, every part of me wants to get involved. And there's no love and light in Michelle in that moment. It's just freaking, I'm in it. And I don't know if it's good or bad. It's not that I'm trying to create those experiences, but we all have our moments, and the moments are how we grow. The moments are how we get through things. The moments are how we raise our elevation, our vibration. And she was like, really, Michelle, would you? Because she obviously knows that I eat meat, and I said, absolutely. I said, but there is this duality of that where we live. We all know that there's abuse. We all know that there's treacherous, harsh moments. We know that there's poverty, but there's the equal side, which is kind, compassion, courageous, brave, and love. Love is what's going to get us through all of those things together. Because no human that is loved or has felt loved is going to hurt an animal. Do you know what I mean? Am I making sense? I don't know.
And that's why you've got to hold them so gently because you don't know what they've been through. Running those classes that I'm running at the moment
Yeah,
on the Thursday nights and chatting to people. Some people have had very, very painful human experiences.
yeah,
And then as a result, they react a certain way.
yeah.
when you know somebody's story, then you can hold compassion for them.
Yeah.
And then the judgment's gone. And I think that's why we need to hear more people's stories. We need to say,
Yep.
what is your story?
Yeah.
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 And walk with them a while.
Yes, that
Let them open their
exactly.
heart. Remember, I said we need to start something called walk and talk.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
somebody's hurting or somebody's feeling overwhelmed or whatever, let's walk and talk.
Yeah.
And then open up their hearts and release so that they're not carrying and holding, and that they've been heard.
Yeah.
Because many people listen, but they don't hear.
100% correct. And you and I have both been those people. Yes.
Hearing.
Yes. Well, you know how you speak about this being your portal of light in the discourse. It's you are so spot on because it's like we often okay, so when we're excited, you and I can talk over each other and we want to share, so that's like the little girls inside of us. But when somebody's actually genuinely sharing their story, it's like the words just land and we're able to feel the words. We're able to just really just hold the words for them and hold space for them. Many of us think that we hold space, but we actually don't know how to hold space. Because we want to tell them, we want to give them advice, we want to tell them, but have you tried this and have you tried that, and that's not what holding space for me is about. Holding space is just genuinely being there with me and saying, well, what do you need right now? Because sometimes we don't even know what we need. We just don't, you
Usually a
know.
cup of tea.
Or carrot cake.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Michelle.
Oh, Julie, thanks.
Get this out
Thank you, Leafy.
to the Earth Masters crew, because
Yep.
I think that everybody listening to this, they're part of our crew, right? We're all on the same team.
Yes.
So welcome, Earth Masters, for gathering with us today and
Yeah.
listening to Michelle and I and her gorgeous channeling. She always comes through with so much for
Oh,
us.
I'm so blessed, really. I honestly cannot share with you how grateful I am because if you were to say to me, where does it come from? I have no idea. It's just, it's there. And as I always chuckle the Council of Eight, they always go, we're on tap 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. But Michelle needs to sleep, and that's what spirit are. They're there. They're on tap.
Imagine if one day they suddenly just don't appear. That's how I always thought with my guides.
Shit.
What if I actually go, hey guys, what about this? And then there's nothing. That's when you realize, wow, I've received so much
Mm,
up until now.
mm.
How jolly lucky am I?
How full is your life?
Yes,
Absolutely.
it's like overflow. It's
Mm.
like that, that fountain that just
Yes.
goes and comes up and goes and comes up.
The fountain of life that just keeps giving and giving.
It's
Yeah,
just
I love
wonderful.
that. I know. I know.
Okay, love you
Thank you, Julie.
lots.
Love you guys. Love you too,
Thanks for your
Julie.
time. Love to everybody.
Take care. Bye, guys.
Cheers.